Hello, AfterBuzzers. In this episode of Supergirl Season 4, Episode 8, Bunker Hill, we get to find out that dreams really do come true, especially if you're Nia Nal. And we also find out that even Supergirl can get fired from her day job. And I know Christmas is coming up, but man, there were a lot of Easter eggs for this episode. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin. Birds singing in the sycamore tree.
Dream a little dream of me.
Yes.
Jazzy.
I know.
Nighty-night.
Just like Miss Nia Nal and her jazzy, impending romance with Brainy, who can feel things, let it be known.
Let it be known that Brainy can feel a thing or two.
Yes. Welcome, and welcome back for those of you that were on the chat for our episode we just did. Yes, we did just switch seats. It's a trick. Guys, my name is Heather Wake, and to my left is the lovely
Jorge Pallo. What's up, guys?
Yes.
I've returned. Oh, man, I'm really feeling this music. What's that? A little Ella Fitzgerald, a little Louis
Yes.
Armstrong, a little dream.
This is
nice
the
choice.
kind of music you want to dream of the future to, right?
Yeah, not the kind of futures that Nia Nal was dreaming of, but
No,
yeah.
you know. If she had been dreaming it to this music, perhaps she wouldn't have been so on edge. That's all I'm saying.
You know what? She needs to have a nice cup of chamomile tea and listen to some Ella Fitzgerald before she goes to bed, and she'll have better dreams.
Exactly. Well, we're going to talk a lot about Nia Nal today. That's the first thing we're going to be talking about. But also Manchester Black versus Lockwood, and of course Supergirl getting dismissed from her government job, which most people want, but not in this case, right? But first, what did you think about the episode, Jorge?
Oh, man, I thought this was a great episode, directed by Kevin Smith, as always. So there was definitely some funny bits in there. There were a lot of fun.
And on his podcast, he mentioned that he will never want to do a crossover episode. He loves to do the episodes right before the crossover. And I think I'm so glad he did, because it all just wrapped up right before the big shebang.
And a nice neat little bow. I mean, he's the one that directed the episode where we finally catch Agent Liberty and figure out who he is.
It almost could have been a season finale, almost.
Almost.
If Supergirl and all of the Arrowverses weren't so in depth with their seasons, you know.
It kind of feels like a mid-season finale.
Exactly.
I mean, depending on what's going to happen after the Elseworlds episodes. Ooh, I'm so excited about that. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, great episode all around. I'm glad that we finally got a little bit more of a glimpse into Nia Nal and her future and what she can be. I felt like she was kind of shoehorned in a little bit earlier in the season.
She was more of a political statement.
More of a like, hey, here's your character, as opposed to, no, here's a superhero character that just happens to be.
Sure.
You know? So I think that's great. I think the whole battle between Blackwood between Black and Lockwood.
Oh God! They merged together.
They became one. Agent Black Liberty or something. I thought that was some pretty exciting stuff going on, and yeah, you know, Supergirl getting fired. Nobody wants to get fired. You're fired.
I quit. That's basically what I feel like what she was saying. Yeah, this is probably my favorite episode of the season so far.
Really?
I think so, because I mean, this season has been so much build up for, I think, moments like this. So for everything to finally come to fruition, I can really appreciate that.
Oh yeah.
And I liked Lockwood finally. You know, there's been a lot of this bravado, and I love the Man of Steel episode where you see where all the mask comes from, but you saw a lot of fear in his eyes this episode. I mean, it was all just coming down, and fear in a different way than what brought him there before, because...
Well, now his wife is involved.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you don't involve the family. Manchester was... Who was Lockwood leaving that voicemail for?
That I was hoping to ask you, and if people on the chat have any clue, I am thoroughly confused as to. Do you want to? Let's talk about Manchester Black and Lockwood in case people have time to talk about it because I think that's a good. We can come back to Miss Nia Nal.
Yeah. So Manchester Black and Lockwood. Great scenes between the both of them.
Yeah, I am curious to see what happens when you see the billboard for Fox News. I mean, his show, Lockdown on Lockwood, who he was talking to. Maybe he's just talking to another Agent of Liberty member, but I don't think so because he felt threatened on the other side, or there was something.
For a moment there, I felt like he was leaving the message for himself, but not necessarily for, like he was leaving the message for Agent Liberty. Like there was some sort of split personality thing going on there, or dissociative disorder.
That's a good. Actually, now that you say that, I remember sort of thinking it was like a voice memo or something like that too. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was a voice memo, and he's basically begging the what do you call it? Begging the other person on the other line to release him in a way. So I kind of think, okay, let's see. He was talking to another child of liberty. Derek Hogan says he could have left the voicemail to his co-workers and said, "Let's lay low." Yeah, so a lot of different theories here. Agent Blackwood.
Agent Blackwood.
Where was Lockwood's son? That's another question that Planet Vegata... He was in school. Let's just put it that way. He was...
Thank God for summer camp, am I right?
Yeah, thank God for summer camp. Let's just be grateful that he wasn't there.
Seriously.
I mean, it might have been a little bit different if Manchester Black was actually threatening the mother and the son.
Yes. But you would have, I think you would have lost the, mirror quality. And I mean, I love the whole, I was wondering how Bunker Hill was going to find its way into this episode. When the weapon was revealed to be from Bunker Hill, and the whole, when Lockwood was mentioning that it was the battle that where the Britons thought they won, saying it to a Brit, I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, that's actually some pretty intelligent writing there.
Yes.
I want to give kudos out on that one. There was some great writing on that. The idea that it's a whoa, getting a bit of a buzz there. Yeah, that's not.
I'm glad I thought it was just me, so I'm like, I'll just deal with it. It's fine.
No. I'm hearing a bit of something going on there. But nonetheless, I thought it was a really interesting piece of writing to say that that the what was it? Not a bat'leth. That's a Klingon weapon. I'm mixing up my genres.
For the musket.
You're right.
The Lockwood thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a musket.
The stabby thing.
Yeah, where you're out of bullets, but you're still brave. So.
Right. Yeah, no, I found it really interesting that they brought that into the story, and that's how they brought Bunker Hill into the story.
Yeah, because now it shows that the Lockwoods are a lineage of, I don't know, American pride and honor and fighting for what they think is right, and so you can kind of again see the dynamic layering of this character. Somebody with who carries his family history with him too.
For a moment there, I was kind of concerned with Manchester telling him to put on the suit, because I was like, well, if he puts on the suit, doesn't that kind of give him an advantage? Isn't the suit
because of the armor?
Because isn't the suit supposed to be armored, right? But yet he was. What kind of boots was he wearing that he was kicking him in the face?
Yeah, I mean, Manchester Black had to be even with John, manipulating him. He still had such the upper hand. I thought a few times to myself, it's like, John, you're trying to help the dude, but now you just made him incapacitated.
Yeah, he's about to get killed, John. John, knock it off. Get out of the guy's head.
You're not helping, John. Gosh. Yeah, oh shoot, there was one other thing I wanted to say with the whole Lockwood showdown. I mean, and his identity being revealed, which I thought was, I did not expect that to happen this episode.
I did not expect that to happen this episode, but the way that it happened, and now that there's protesters that are, that are looking out for him to get out of prison, that's interesting. And the way that he turned the tables now onto Supergirl to who you know who I am now, but do you know who she is? That's a big question. That's something really. That's a big question to throw on her lap like that. What's that?
I'm sorry, I just had a vision of the future where you were sharing some really important bit of news.
Oh.
With our watchers.
Oh, you want
their subscribers.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know I had that power.
Let me see
it's
if
amazing.
I can tune this in here. All right, time to be heroic. You want to be heroic, AfterBuzzers? Well, our network produces after shows for nearly all your favorite TV shows. From dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more. There's no network that works harder to serve television fans. But we need your help. We're asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. By subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that it's tailor-made for you, and you'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow. And if you're worried about pesky notifications, don't be, because they're optional. So hit that subscribe button now for this channel and check out our other AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well. Let us know you did so in the comments and we'll thank you on air. For now, thanks for being the best fans and for helping us be the ESPN of TV talk.
Man, it's like that power is contagious. I didn't even know. Man, and I love the Nia Nal brainy moment where I mean, it was cool the whole when he's in the DEO and he accidentally slips that he knows about Nia Nal in the future too. That was great. But then the moment when he I'm gonna paraphrase, when he's like, you are made for greatness or something like it. It didn't feel romantic to me. It just sort of felt, I don't know, profound. I just really liked it. I really liked that moment.
My favorite moment of the whole Nia Nal brainy romance thing.
Hey girl.
Hey girl. Yeah. Hey girl. And he just slides off the table.
I love it. I love them. I love
fantastic.
him. Brainy is just like, he just lights up my world. I love him. But yeah, I'm interested to see how she incorporates herself more into this, and this is definitely the best episode for Nia. I mean, hands down. And I love that you get to see, because I was interested too to see how it affects her besides just maybe getting glimpses of the future. I love the whole chain
the breaking
thing.
of the
That
chains
was
with the
super
bullet. That was
cool.
pretty sweet. That was
that was like a daredevil moment for her.
Yeah, the fact that she just saw that instinctively. I mean, to be that actor and to be able to say, hey, so I just had my superhero moment and it was a bullet busting through chains. Oh man, that's when you tell everybody to watch.
Yeah, that's gonna be your Facebook profile picture for life.
Right.
And last but not least, I think we have to sadly talk about, because I know we want to talk about the crossover stuff, talk about Supergirl getting dismissed from the DEO.
Hey man, that's not cool. What about her benefits?
Seriously.
I mean, is she losing all health care? What about dental?
Does she get unemployment?
Oh, yes. What
Because
does...
now I'm intrigued.
That was a question I did have, because they kept on saying how she's employed by the DEO. So does she have direct deposit? Does she get a check every other Friday? How does this work, really? And what is she making yearly? What is she clearing?
This is Howling Wolf. Nice name. Howling Wolf just said Kara just learned why Superman doesn't usually work with government agencies.
Yes, Howling Wolf, preach.
Which
yes.
is because I don't think she's going to go back. I hope that she'd learn. I hope that it kind of goes the Superman route where she's independent. And I mean, obviously, we'll have links to the DEO through
Alex.
Yeah, I keep wanting to say Shechter, like character name.
Through her sister. Yeah, I mean, it's not like the DEO is going to go on a mission and
Brainy.
And Brainy's going to go, like they're going to go on a mission. There's going to be a dangerous alien that they have to face, and Supergirl's not going to show up.
Yeah, she's just going to be like an independent contractor now. It's fine. Her taxes will get messed up. It's whatever.
Oh no, Supergirl. Don't come to face this white Martian that we have to battle right now, you know? No. Yeah,
it was just such a sticky situation, though.
Yeah, the way that the president was throwing his weight around, I wasn't too pleased with him at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's so obvious that we are not supposed to like this president.
No, he's more concerned with his poll numbers than anything else.
Yeah.
You know, getting into the whole, like... we need your secret identity. We are now an agency of complete transparency. BS. How many skeletons do you have in your closet, Prez?
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, that what did he say? Yeah, my family members are all part of the secret. It's like, well, your job is very different. You signed up for a public persona.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Supergirl is supposed to be another entity.
Yeah. She's a symbol of peace, is what she is. She's a protector of the, and she's not just a protector of the country. She's a protector of the world.
Yeah.
You know, she's so.
My persona does more for you and your country than my alias.
Right. And what does it do if she all of a sudden tells them her secret identity? What about Clark Kent? What about Superman? Because everybody knows that Kara is Clark's cousin.
Exactly.
Right? That's how she's been introduced. So they're going to put 2 and 2 together. So she can't just throw her name into the hat, because then she's going to be throwing him under the bus too. Yes,
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, we do have also a bit of news before we wrap this up.
Should we get some news?
AfterBuzz TV News.
All right, guys. I know we're all excited for the crossover episode. By the way, our schedule is going to be a little bit wonky because it starts December 9th with The Flash, then Arrow, then Supergirl on the 11th. So that might mean a little bit of different things for our AfterBuzz fans as well. But you saw in the teaser that there were a lot of dead bodies.
Oh, yeah.
It's like Infinity Wars all over again.
I was able to make out one of them, which was Stargirl.
Stargirl was the first one. We actually have photos and names of each and every one.
Oh, nice.
So we have Stargirl.
Okay.
Next slide. That's
that?
Brainiac 5.
Brainiac 5?
Yes. Brainiac 5. R.I.P.
No, Brainy.
Next picture. Can you see what that? Oh, that's Huntress.
Huntress. Okay.
Now some of these are just going to be like helmets and whatnot. Oh yes, this. Now we got it. I can read now. Yes, Huntress. The next slide, please, and zoom it in for me.
Who's that?
That's James Quick.
James Quick.
That's all right. And zoom it in. There we go. Firestorm.
We haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, and it's harder to see. You can find all of these online too, thanks to nerds on the internet. And we also have 90s Captain Gold.
90s.
I know, they did very specific Easter eggs. They even have oh wait, I don't want to mess
because
it
it's
up.
Barry Allen Flash from
Exactly.
the 90s.
And they have the Ray. You can see the helmet there.
Saw that.
Next slide, please.
For a moment, I was afraid that was Dr. Fate.
We have both Hawkman and Hawkgirl. Both of their helmets were done. Yes. There it is, the little gold emblem. Oh.
They needed to
Yeah,
brighten
Captain
these up.
Gold. I know. That
And
was kind
another
of my
Captain
fault
Gold?
too. Yes, 2 of them at the same time. And that's my the Smallville Green
Arrow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Very sad.
Sorry. That's a lot of bodies.
I know.
Dropping bodies on the floor.
Man, that could be our crossover episode of music.
What, dropping bodies on the floor?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, when we get to the crossover.
Yes.
So this Tuesday episode of Supergirl that's going to be next week, right? Is it? It starts
The 11th.
Starts.
Well,
the 11th.
it starts the 9th, 10th, 11th.
Do we know what time that is yet? Is that at 9 p.m.?
I don't know. I'm going to guess yes, but that would just be a guess and not factual toll.
Well, I'm going to throw my hat in the ring and say I think it's 9 p.m., guys.
Is that your first prediction?
That's my first prediction. My first prediction is that...
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
My first prediction is that our next episode of Supergirl will be on a Tuesday, and that it will be at 9 p.m. And that it will also be the 3rd installment of the Elseworlds, and it'll be awesome.
Get
So
out
much
of my
awesomeness.
mind, dude, because that's my prediction too. Watch it be at like 9:30. We're both wrong. Wrong as heck.
No. How about yourself? What do you got? What are you predicting?
My predictions is it's gonna be. Oh, I think we're going to see yet another caped crusader. That's going to be my prediction that everybody knows. But hey, I'm going to throw it out there.
Yeah.
She might be a fellow redhead. Who knows?
Who knows? She'll be an ass kicker, that's for sure.
That's right. And it's going to make for a great episode, which I'm sure all of you guys are going to be there with us for. But until then, you can always catch my dear Jorge at
the El Jorge on all of my social media. That is TheelJorge.
Beautiful. And my name is Heather Wake. You can find me on Instagram at heather.wake or Twitter at heather_wake.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.